Hello friends! Happy New Year! Welcome to the first tutorial of 2025. I am so excited to kick this year off. I had a very nice long holiday break and I'm really excited to just get back into the swing of things and make some really fun things for all of you this year. So in this video, we're going to do a very simple tumbler design. We're going with a winter theme. We're still in winter even though Christmas is over. For some reason in my brain, I feel like once Christmas is done, winter can be done too. We can move right into spring, but that's not the case. Winter goes on for a few more months after Christmas, so I'm just leaning into that a little bit this year. So we're going to split our tumbler in half horizontally. I'm going to do a vinyl wrap on the bottom of our tumbler, and that's what I'm going to start with. I'm using this really pretty embroidered snowflakes pattern. This is from Peachy Olive Glitters. And what I did when I split my tumbler in half was just kind of eyeball where the middle of the tumbler is. And then I took some 1.5 inch painter's tape and I put that right in the middle of the tumbler. We're going to do a glitter stripe in the middle of the cup, and that painter's tape is masking off where that stripe is going to go. And then from here, I can work out my top half of the cup, obviously, and then the bottom half where we're going to put this vinyl wrap. So I applied that pattern vinyl the same way I always do, and if you need a little bit more in-depth explanation on how to wrap vinyl around a tumbler, I'll link a playlist down below with all of my vinyl wrap tutorials. I go over the process in depth in most of my videos, so I'll link that playlist down below if you want some more vinyl wrap tutorialness, or if you just want some more inspiration for things that you can do with pattern vinyl. So once I've got this vinyl on the tumbler, I'm going to trim up that bottom edge using my cup edging tool from CAMIPAIGE Boutique. Now the cup I'm using is a pre-prepped 32-ounce plump from the Tipsy Magnolia, so it's already white, and I'm just going to leave the bottom of the tumbler that plain white. I'm not going to glitter it or do anything crazy down at the bottom. If you wanted to, you could do a glitter booty, you could do some more vinyl down at the bottom of the cup. You can do all kinds of things with the bottom, but I decided to just keep it simple. Leave it the plain white. I don't know about you guys, but I really never look at the bottom of my tumblers, so I just left this one plain and simple. So once I removed that bottom little strip of vinyl, I was ready to move on to this middle stripe of glitter that we're going to do on the tumbler. So I replaced that 1.5 inch strip of painter's tape that I removed during my vinyl application, and then I placed 2 more strips of tape on the top and bottom of that strip to mask it off. We don't want to get any paint or glitter anywhere other than in the middle of this glitter stripe area, so I want to protect my cup from all of that residue. And then I'm going to remove that middle piece of tape to expose the strip where we're going to paint and glitter, obviously. So I'm going to mix together this purple acrylic paint with my CRYSTALAC glitter glue, and I'm going to use that as the base coat and the adhesive for the glitter all in one step. And the glitter I'm going to use is from Peachy Olive Glitters, and the name of it is Berry Cozy. This is from a Peachy palette. I'm not sure what month it was in, but it was in one of the more recent Peachy palettes from the end of 2024. It's a really pretty kind of berry toned chunky mix. It's got some little gold flecks in there, and I thought it would be a really nice color to pull out a lot of those tones that we have in our embroidered snowflakes vinyl. I'm gonna let that glitter glue layer dry for at least 2 hours. I think I left it overnight. And then I'm going to seal that glitter with a mix of the same Crystalac glitter glue that we used to adhere the glitter and water. I just do a 50-50 ratio, and it's the best sealer ever. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know that this is my favorite thing to seal glitter with because it does not go anywhere after you've put this over it. So I'm gonna do that, immediately remove my tape, and then let this dry again for another 2 hours. The thing that stinks about the Crystalac glitter glue is that it does take a long time to dry, but in return you also get a very, very strong hold, which I have not found with another sealer. So that's the trade-off. I think it's worth the extra time. Once that sealer is totally dry over that middle glitter stripe, we can move on to the top half of the tumbler. So again, I'm going to mix in my acrylic paint with some glitter glue. This time I'm using Adhesive Apothecary glitter glue, and the name of the paint is Toucho Pink from the Delta Creative Ceram Coat brand, which is my favorite. So I'm just going to take that paint and glue mixture and brush it very carefully on the top half of my tumbler. As you can see, I didn't mask off that middle glitter stripe, so I'm just being really careful when I get up to that edge of the glitter. I don't want to get any paint or glue over that glitter, obviously, so just being really careful up against that glitter edge. The glitter I'm using for the top half of the tumbler is Swack, or Sealed with a Kiss. This is also from Peachy Olive Glitters. It's a really pretty fine cut pink glitter, and I'm just going to cover the entire top half of our cup with this glitter, and then I'm going to let that dry for probably about like 30 to 45 minutes, and then again I'll seal it with another coat of that glitter glue and water mixture that let that dry for 2 hours. And then I'll add 2 coats of epoxy to the entire tumbler. For those coats, I'm using the Flynn Sisters Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy. So I'm waiting about 12 to like 16 hours, maybe 24 hours in between each coat. And each coat was about 25 milliliters. So now at this point, my cup has 2 coats of epoxy on it. And because we use that fine cut glitter up top, we're really pretty smooth, and we can move right into our decal application. We do need to sand down that middle section of the tumbler where the chunky glitter is, but not at this point. We can go ahead and put the decals on the top half and then deal with the middle part later. With these decals, this one is a UV DTF decal from Flynn Sisters Supply Shop, so you don't need a clear, smooth, shiny background for the UV DTFs, but the other decal I'm going to use is a clear decal from Slide Hustle, and those you do need a smooth, shiny surface that has not been sanded, because like I always say, if you put a clear decal or clear vinyl over a rough and dull sanded surface, that whole area that's covered with the clear vinyl will not get shiny again when you put epoxy over it, because the clear vinyl is effectively like masking off that section of your tumbler. So you always want to make sure that your surface is smooth and shiny. That's like my whole motto for everything on tumblers. I feel like I'm always talking about that, but I get questions about it a lot, so I will keep saying it until nobody makes that mistake, okay? So anyway, back to the tumbler. I'm doing this UV DTF decal first on one side of the tumbler. Like I said, this is from Flynn Sisters Supply Shop, and it's just a plain black like script decal. It's really, really pretty, and I'm really loving these UV DTF decals. They're so easy to apply, and they're really nice and vibrant. And again, you don't need to have that smooth, shiny surface on your tumbler, so it kind of saves you a step if you want a really vibrant decal, but you don't want to do another coat of epoxy after sanding. So I'm going to put that on one side of the tumbler, and then on the direct opposite side, I'm going to put this really pretty embroidered deer decal. It's like in the snowy forest. This is from Slide Hustle. So I'll have both of those linked down below in the description box for you, but I'm just going to put this down just like a sticker right on the opposite side of that quote decal. Okay, so you can see after I applied the decals, I did sand down that middle section where the chunky glitter was, and I was just very careful not to sand anywhere where the decals were. If you want to sand this middle section down first before putting your decals down, or you can put your decals down and do another coat of epoxy if you want. Whatever you prefer. I was just really careful with my sanding. Washed my cup up really well, and now I'm just adding 2 really nice thin stripes of my favorite vinyl, the champagne gold textured metallic vinyl from TECKWRAP Craft, and I'm just adding those to the borders of the chunky glitter sections, and then I'm going to go right into my final coats of epoxy. I also added a thin stripe to the very bottom of the tumbler too, where the pattern vinyl ends, but then I'll add my final 2 coats of epoxy. So that's it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed this one. I am not thrilled that winter is going to go on for a few more months, but I am very excited for the new year. I have a lot of great ideas that I'm going to bring to all of you, and I hope you guys are excited too. Let me know what you thought of this video down below in the comments. Let me know what you are most excited for in 2025. I must say, I'm most excited for my wedding this year. So that's a little personal thing I'm very excited about, but I'm also excited about all the things this channel is going to do. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. As always, I love you so much. And that's it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video very, very soon. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye! Hello friends, thanks so much for watching this video. I want to say a huge special thank you to my elite fam, my channel members, and my subscribers. You all make this channel possible, so thank you so much for being part of the fam. If you want more exclusive content from me, you can join my elite fam at patreon.com/elitefam. You can find my tumblers and digital files on my website madebymalstudio.com. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at madebymal_studio. Here's another video for you to check out, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye.